So my last video saw me checking out a really dope piece of tech that is not only super expensive, but pretty hard to get your hands on. Today though, you ain't gonna have them problems. So let's take a look at the Drivo Grammar V2 TE edition and find out a few things. Mainly, what the hell does the TE stand for? What's good with it? It's your kinfolk Dookie back again with Bang Budget and New Gear reviews to help you get the best bang for your tech dollars. Now I've checked out a few things from the company Drivo here. When I first started getting this channel going and got into the world of mechanical keyboards, they sent over the Drivo Grammar, the first edition, and I had a lot of fun with it. In fact, I think I still have it. If I do, it's somewhere in one of those crazy hoarders closets. You've seen them shows. We gonna leave it alone because I'm sure not only would I find the keyboard, but some lost items of Mesopotamia, the first recipe from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, all types of crazy stuff. And I ain't gonna do it because we're here to check out the new V2 version and see exactly what's good. Now the Drivo Grammar is an 84 key mechanical keyboard. It comes in black or white and a variety of switches. Today we'll be checking out the black keyboard with the brown switches, and we'll be looking at the white keyboard with the red switches. Now the box is the standard Drivo black and yellow packaging. I do wish that they actually let you know what kind of switch you had on the box. Up here it just simply says that this is the white version instead of the black version, but it doesn't say which switch that you have. Out of the box you get the keyboard, this super basic USB-C cable, but I do like the fact that it is USB-C, so you can switch that out, even though I don't like the fact that it's on the right side of the board. That's kind of nitpicky, but I do think it would be much better and appeal to those who are looking to upgrade from a potato cheap out of the box keyboard to something that's budget, but still they can throw their own flair on and style. Also included in the box is a keycap puller. The keycaps are ABS plastic. I really like the fact that now they have a standard font than compared to the first version that had this really over-the-top gamery font that just, I didn't like it at all, and it honestly made me not want to see the backlight shining through the characters. This time, you're getting a solid font that looks like it could go in your office or on your gaming desk. You also get two magnetized feet that attach here at the bottom. I wish that the height adjustment was built in, but it is good that they at least have something, though I'd rather it be built in. It's just easier that way. Now the case is made completely out of plastic. It's actually pretty thick. There's little to no flex. I couldn't flex this thing if I tried. Up here you do have two extra USB ports, which is good. So if you're looking for a USB pass-through so that you could power up some devices, maybe a thumb drive, I'd rather have more USB and not need it than to want it and not have it. Man, that was deep. I know, really. Honestly, I gotta give it to Drivo here for stepping up the quality on the version 2 and not really adding much more to the price. Now the first version of the Grammar, well, the one that I had was $40. It was black with white LEDs. These go for $49 and you could get them in white and black with a variety of switches. The switches here are TTC switches. Now I had to do a little research because I wasn't quite familiar with it. I'm used to the standard Cherry knockoff, something like Altamu or Kale. These TTC switches seem to be on the same kind of vibe as those other ones. Depending on which one you get, it's probably a little bit of a knockoff of an MX switch, but people like different styles and flavors, so you might find yourself enjoying the brown variant here compared to brown variants on other boards. Let's do a quick sound test. Now these keyboards do come with RGB, and there's a variety of styles that can be controlled on the keyboard directly. I always like the ability to control your RGB directly on the keyboard, but you also do have access to the Drivo Power Console. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this software, but it does get the job done. You could go in here, set the lighting any way you want to, program your macros, and use a variety of profiles to get the keyboard exactly the way you want to use it. Once you probably set it up the way you like it, you'll never need it again. Now, when it comes to the RGB, this isn't going to be your most bright and vibrant option in a mechanical keyboard in this budget. Since I've been using it, I mainly keep it set to one color here on my desktop, and we'll talk about my setup here in a second. But if you do want that super bright, over the top RGB look, you know, it kind of does the job, but there are better options. Now, this isn't a hot swappable board, but those TTC switches are Cherry MX stem compatible, so you can throw your favorite set of custom keycaps on. If you have some suggestions on what I should put on this set, please leave them down in the comments. I'm looking to get a new style, a new look, and breathe some freshness into my setup. But speaking of my setup, let's take a look at my main PC, where I have the black version with a desk mat from Varmillo. Got this cute little panda over here in the side. I'm also using my HyperX Haste gaming mouse, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for that. Also, to round it out, one of my favorite pieces of tech, the Shuttle V2 Pro. For me, it's just a great little piece of tech that I use when I'm editing. Big fan of this. There are a lot of new products that do similar things, but this one just holds a special place in my heart. Now, over on my gaming setup, we're using the white Grammar keyboard with the red switches. I am using this large tech camo style mouse pad from Upgrade Keyboards. Like I said, links in the description. I'm also using my glorious Model D, which has been my main gaming mouse pretty much since I've got it. Plain and simple, I just love how it feels in my hand. We need that wireless Model D. Just make it happen. Now, I want to take the time to give a big shout out to Drivo, because it seemed like they either listened to the reviewers and the community who spoke about some issues with the first model of this keyboard. It had a non-detachable cable, got that all the way up out of here. It also had this issue with a section of keys that had a secondary function as a numpad that had to be activated or toggled on or off. And sometimes when you would just plug in the keyboard just to put your password in to get into the computer, you couldn't type your password because those keys, which you thought were letters, were typing numbers, or vice versa. It was just pretty weird. I'm glad they got rid of that, made it pretty standard. You do have a full number row and a function row that you could basically use in this small, compact board that does offer you RGB, additional USB slots, and an overall solid typing and gaming experience. I've been using it non-stop for the last few weeks, and I gotta say, man, once it's on your desk, you will not have a bad time typing or gaming with these keyboards. They really have a nice feel, and if you're into custom expensive keyboards, this probably isn't going to be for you. But if you're looking to upgrade your standard desktop potato keyboard, it might be something you want to look at, especially for that price, man. $49. Man, I think I'm gonna do my overall favorite keyboards from Drivo and which one I would choose to use as my main daily driver. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. Holla at your kinfolk down in the comments. You know I'm always trying to talk to you, see how you're doing, make sure you had a good day. Did you drink some water? Go get hydrated. I'm gonna get up out of here. It's your kinfolk Dookie. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and never forget to holla at your boy.